Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cape Media Center. Before we begin tonight's show, an important safety announcement. In the event of an emergency, please note that the emergency exit is located through the door via which you entered the studio and then to your left. After the show, the cast and crew will be mingling in the mezzanine. So, if you'd like to come say hi to us, go back up the studio the way you came in and then duck into the maze of cubicles. Speaking of the mezzanine and the building it's in, we're here courtesy of our wonderful friends at the Cape Media Center. We wouldn't be here without them. And neither would the wonderful public access programming they put together with locals, nor the myriad classes and benefits you can get by becoming a member. Head to capemedia.org for more information. Once you become a member at the Media Center, become a member of our newsletter at improvcapecod.com and follow us on social media at improvcapecod. Now, without any further delay, please put your hands together rapidly in a way that tells us actors you're excited as we begin our 2024 Sketch Comedy Revue.
Welcome to Stop and Shop. Please begin scanning. Thank you for using your card.
Sure thing.
Place your item in the bagging area.
There we go.
Place your item in the bagging area.
What?
All scanned items must be placed in the bagging area.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Wait, are you talking directly to me?
Look, I thought I was being polite. It's real simple. You scan the item, then you put it in the bagging area.
Well, I guess you are. You know, I did scan the item.
Hey, I know when something is put in the bagging area and when it isn't. I am trying to hold it together, but you people are driving me crazy.
Well, maybe if you...
Unable to process the recent transaction. And you know why? Because you can't follow one basic instruction.
Hold it right
I
there.
bet this is how you live your whole life. Just one screw up after another.
You know, you have a really bad attitude.
Oh, you want to see attitude? I'll show you attitude. Help is required for this item.
No. Don't turn on the blinking light. I'll do it correctly, I promise.
Too late. For the next 2 minutes, I completely control your destiny. Help is on the way.
Oh, has Bertha been giving you a hard
Yes.
time?
This machine is possessed.
Oh, tell me about it. Just run this through again, huh?
Thank you.
Bertha, behave yourself. This is just how it starts. One day we'll be completely enslaved to our virtual overlords because we didn't put our mac and cheese in the bagging area fast enough.
Okay. All right.
How many paper bags did you use? Don't
I
even
didn't-
think about lying to me.
I didn't use any.
Please remove all bagged items from the bagging area.
There are no scanned items.
Of course not. Because someone didn't put their scanned items in the bagging area to begin with. You human beings are such ridiculous, pathetic bags of useless protoplasm.
You know what? That's it. I'm out of here.
Oh, this station is open now. Just let me know if you have any problems, all right?
Oh, thanks.
And, Bertha seems to have a mind of her own sometimes.
He doesn't know how right he is.
Is that laughter coming from the machine?
Yes.
welcome to the class presidential debate. As principal, I will be your moderator. So let's get right to it. To my right will be the incumbent. He is the current valedictorian and captain of the chess club. Won't you all please welcome Mr. Lloyd Sheffield.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The challenger will be to my left. Won't you all please welcome, literally, the devil. Candidates, our first question. Many students have complained about the quality of food in the lunchroom. Now, if elected class president, what would you do to address this situation? Lloyd?
An excellent question, Principal Simpson. We have to be very mindful that many students have dietary restrictions, and we have to be inclusive when it comes to the lunchroom menu. Additionally, we should expand our food selection to include a wide variety of cultural foods. If elected class president, I will see to it that our menu manifests both of these principles.
Thank you, Lloyd. Literally the devil. Your response.
If elected class president, I'm gonna put beer in the water fountains, baby!
We're all under 21. The water comes from the town water. It would be a logistical nightmare.
Lloyd, I need to remind you, each of you gets one chance to speak. One chance. Let's get on to our second question. Many students feel that the arts do not receive the attention nor the funding that our athletic programs receive. If elected class president, what would you do to support the arts as well as our student athletes? Lloyd.
Another great question. I believe we must foster the incredible creativity that this wonderful class has. I recognize it might be unpopular to say, but I believe that our sports programs have been allocated a disproportionate amount of our budget. And now wait a minute, a disproportionate amount of our budget. It's time that the arts are held in equal regard to our sports programs, and our budget should reflect that.
Thank you, Lloyd. Literally the devil. Your response.
If elected class president, I'm gonna put beer in the water fountains!
That's not even remotely related to the question. Principal Simpson, don't you think this is a little ridiculous?
Lloyd, I do not want to have to remind you again. You each get one opportunity to respond without interruption. To our third question. Now, more than ever, our student body is concerned about climate change and our effect upon it. If elected class president, what would you do to make our school a greener and more environmentally friendly place? Lloyd.
Now, this is very important. If elected class president, I will institute a recycling program that will put a recycling bin in every classroom, and I will see to it that our lunchroom utensils and kitchenware are biodegradable.
Thank you. Literally the devil. Your response.
Climate change is perhaps the most serious issue that faces humanity today. If sea levels continue to climb at their current rate, it will enable storm surges to push further inland, putting a greater strain on these coastal communities. And as coastal communities are damaged and lost, it will create climate refugees who will retreat further inland, putting a strain on housing, food production, and ecological stability.
Well, that is a very interesting response.
I would put in a composting site on campus, as well as ask the school administration to research renewable energy options.
Well, that's very impressive. Perhaps I misjudged you.
Furthermore, and this is the most important, I'm gonna put beer in the water fountain!
Hey, Angela.
Yeah,
Sweetie,
Dad?
honey, could you come here for a minute, please?
Yeah, Dad, sure.
Hey, come. Sit down, honey, sit
What's going
down.
on?
We gotta talk, okay?
Oh, okay. What's up?
Well, it's about your brother and you.
Oh, the both of us?
Yeah,
I can't do anything about him.
I know. Now, you know, I was hoping he would take over the family business.
Oh, Dad, he's afraid of the business. He's afraid of everything.
I know, but you are not. Now, your mother and I have been talking, and she thinks you could be the first female mob boss in the whole tri-state area.
And?
Well, you know, I think she may be right.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
When?
Well, not right away. You're only 16. It's for the future.
Yeah, but Dad, I'm not a little girl anymore.
Relax. This is just the beginning. Sweetie.
Wow, there's gonna be some girls who are mad about this. Can I shoot someone?
No, Angela. No. So we could, look, we could go to the target range, okay? That's doable.
Do they have automatic weapons there?
Honey, sweetie. Look, you gotta walk before you run. We're gonna start you with a rifle, okay? I want you to just take baby steps, sweetie. Baby steps.
Oh, Dad,
What?
rifles are boring.
Hey, rifles built this country. Show a little respect.
What about pistols? Pistols built this country too.
Okay, pistols we could do. Your grandma's got a spare Glock. You could use that.
The one with the notches on it?
No. Grandma's gun's got no notches on them. That was from rough handling in the Sicilian vacation. There's no notches.
That's not what she said.
She just says things like that to try to get you kids to behave.
What about karate? Can I take karate and learn how to beat people up? I know you were going to show Jimmy how to do that.
Okay. Karate we could do. Okay?
Awesome. This is great. This is going to be great for my field hockey game. There are some big girls on the team that are really hard to knock down.
Yeah, about that, Princess?
What?
Princess, your coach called. Your coach says that you are having more fun knocking other girls down than you are playing the game.
What's wrong with that, Dad? It's field hockey. Every hockey team needs an enforcer.
Yeah, but honey, sweetie, when you're the boss, you gotta take self-control. You gotta keep your own hands clean. Leave the messy stuff for somebody else. Okay?
Okay.
Got that?
Kind of like a real-life Game of Thrones.
Well, but let's not get carried away here, okay? We got no kingdoms. We got no thrones. We got Bergen County. That's about it.
Yeah, well, that's a start.
Yes.
Hey, Dad, do you ever worry about Uncle Chris that he might bump you off?
Well, I keep my eye on him.
What about Mom? Do you ever worry about her?
No! I do my best to keep your mother happy all the time. All the time.
And Jimmy, he's a wuss, so he's no threat.
Yeah, but you are starting to worry me a little bit here.
Oh, don't worry, Dad.
Oh?
No, I'm not old enough. Nobody will take orders from me.
Well, maybe not yet.
Hey, have you ever thought about who I might marry?
No.
Well, we're gonna need a patsy. Somebody kind of stupid with a big ego who can take the fall when I make my first mistake. I'm thinking Polly.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Paulie is 10 years older than you are.
I know, Dad, but he's easy pickings. You don't like him, no tears when he goes down.
Yeah, but I don't want no grandkids from no likes or no Paulie.
Oh, no, Dad, don't worry. He's not gonna last. And then me and Mom will go over resumes, go over some potential sperm donors. Who knows, maybe we could get a couple of geniuses in the mix.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, she'll love that. No in-laws. And when there's no husband, they're all gonna be fighting to marry me,
Okay.
gain control, and then they'll listen to anything I say, and then they'll bump each other up. 1 by 1.
Angela, sweetie.
Yeah, Dad?
Sweetie, honey, sit down for a minute. Could you?
Okay.
You're my sweetie, princess.
Yeah,
Princess, I
Yeah.
want you to make me a promise,
I'll try.
okay? Could we get through high school without you taking anybody down?
You mean on purpose?
No, I mean period.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I guess I gotta play the long game.
Thank you, sweetie, thank you. Listen, you just got to remember to concentrate on self-control, okay? If you could control yourself, you could control other people. It's that simple. Listen, that's enough for today. Go, be young, have fun. We'll talk another time.
All right,
Okay?
All right, Dad.
All right.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Ow. I got this.
This is going to be a long road. Angela, when I said have fun, that does not mean go hitting your brother. And fake karate chops counts as hitting. Man, just being a parent is way harder than being a boss.
Welcome to my backyard. Let me show you what's going to be in my chocolate garden. Over here is where the brownie tree goes, since it needs shade. And also, so I can see it from my window. Next to that, I'm planning on having 3 rows of fudge. Because I always start popping them in my mouth each time they sprout. So this way, at least a few of them will be able to grow to full size. And here's where the truffle bush goes. They're funny. For a long time, there's nothing. And then, all of a sudden, one day, an explosion of truffles. Kaboom. And I'm thinking that this would be a good spot for the... Well, I'm going to plant a number of devil's food plants because they like to be crowded. That way you get a bigger harvest. Almost freakishly big. Eventually, on a raised bed, I'm going to plant a crop of chocolate pudding in this area. But that doesn't come till later in the season. I would love to have a chocolate frosting plant, but it doesn't grow in this climate. But that's okay. The word disappointment is not in my vocabulary. And lastly, I'm thinking that this would be a great place for the chocolate chip vines. They're kind of delicate. But there's nothing quite like popping a whole handful of chocolate chips into your mouth, just straight off the vine. Especially late at night, when it's oh so very quiet, and you're all alone with your thoughts. Well, I am eager to begin. It's going to take a lot of work, but really I don't mind. No, not at all. Because I just love getting back to nature.
Mr. Spock, I've come to the conclusion that we need to loosen you up. See, there's a specific method that was used on Earth in the 21st century. It's called improvisation, or improv for short.
Yes, Captain, I am familiar with it. Would your knowledge of it make you yourself what was once known as a theater geek?
Oh, no. Well, maybe. To be or not to be. You know, we're getting off track. What we're going to do is use improv in terms of our interaction. And I believe that this will break you out of your narrow, literal approach to things and learn to go with the flow.
If you believe this will benefit our mission, I will attempt it.
Good. So we're going to start with a warm-up exercise to loosen us up. Do this. Good enough. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to tell a little story. It's very simple. See, you're a cashier at a department store, and I'm a customer who needs help. Ready? Yes, I'd like to return this blender.
But Captain, you were not holding a blender. You were simply holding your hands in the air.
It's imaginary.
I see. Did you purchase it with imaginary money?
Yes, no. There's real money in this world, even though the world itself is not real. The world is real to the characters, but not to us. There's money that the characters use that is real to them, but imaginary to us in order to buy a real but also imaginary blender.
Would this be a real but imaginary store to which you are returning it in order to get back your real but imaginary money?
Now you're getting it.
No, I am not.
Spock, it's all fine because we're just pretending. Didn't you ever play make-believe as a child?
Not even once.
But you do understand the concept of make-believe, right?
Yes, when someone falsifies reality to generate an artificial experience of not being who they truly are. It is a period of voluntary self-delusion.
It's not really that grim, but never mind. Anyway, so you'll be the cashier, and I'll be the customer. We'll have an interaction like these two characters would have. You're familiar with the way the retail world operates?
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to return this blender.
This register is closed.
Okay. That was a start, Mr. Spock, but you really need to be more helpful to my character.
My character has found that he dislikes dealing with the public.
Well, that's going to seriously limit our interaction.
That is precisely my character's goal.
Let's just say your character enjoys working in retail.
That seems highly illogical, Captain. The evidence points to extreme job dissatisfaction among those who enter this field.
Your character is the exception.
Is that because he is on a management track?
No! No, he's not! He's just a regular cashier, and I'm a regular customer who needs help.
Why not have your character go to another register?
Because in this improv, if the dialogue only goes back and forth between you and me, there are no other characters.
Captain, it is highly improbable that there is only a planet inhabited by two people and whose relationship is based on the selling and buying of small kitchen appliances. The odds of that happening are at
Stop!
least one.
I don't care! It's just the way it is. So let's keep going. I'd like to return this blender.
I will have to check the company manual for the return policy. As I am not on the management track, I have made no effort to learn it.
We seem to be at an impasse.
I agree. Perhaps if we switched roles.
Fine, let's do it.
I would like to return this warp drive. Its antimatter containment unit is substandard, creating a diluted level of plasma, therefore limiting us to traveling through subspace to factors of 5 or below. This is not acceptable.
Okay.
Captain, that time I felt I was deeply into the character and able to portray the emotions fully. And as you know, this is not easy for a Vulcan.
Yes, that was quite the dynamic performance, Mr. Spock.
Of course, there are numerous other items I could return from Starfleet. Phasers, handheld communicators, biofunction scanners. With my extensive knowledge of these items, I could give you a detailed explanation on how they are malfunctioning.
You know, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but let's just leave it at this for today.
Well, when shall we meet again? I am eager to continue.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Captain, I've just had a moment of inspiration. I could return an entire shuttlecraft. I believe that would have a wealth of dramatic possibilities. The audience would be on the edge of their seats. It may be standing room only.
Keep working on that, Mr. Spock. I'm going back to my quarters to rethink a few things. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. On!
It seems I've been bitten by the acting bug. Fascinating. I wonder if I need a stage name.
Sorry I had to chloroform you both in the middle of the night. It was the only way to get you onto the bench so I could tie you up. You were easy, but you're built like a you-know-what, brick you-know-what. And I've been working out.
What do you want with us? And what's in that case?
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you. But I do need you to follow my directions very carefully.
Look, could you please just take whatever it is you want and leave us alone?
Well, you see, I'm a musician. I've played on the Tiny Chair concert series on PNR radio. My name's Lisbo Perret. Do you listen?
No.
Well, ever since the pandemic, I've been a little bit down on my luck, and it's been kind of hard to get gigs. You know, and I don't do much social media. So I devised a plan where I can still do my craft and make some money.
What exactly do you mean?
Getting to that. You see, I break into people's houses in the middle of the night, I tie them up, play a couple songs, they pay me, and then I leave.
Oh my God. You are off your rocker.
Hey, no need for name calling. A woman's gotta do what she's gotta do.
No offense, but what about getting a job to tide you over?
No, job, that's not gonna work for me. You see, I'm a musician, and music's really all I've ever known, and I don't think I will do very well with a job. But don't worry, I'm gonna play a couple songs, you'll pay me, and I'll get out of your hair. It'll be awesome. Oh, and when my new CD comes out, I'll mail it to you. It'll be a little extra with the shipping. Oh, do either of you do Venmo? PayPal? Zelle?
Oh, I have Apple Pay!
Oh, perfect!
That's right there.
Everybody always has their phone, no matter what. Right, so I'm gonna put my information in, and after the gig, you can pay me. Slip it back in there. All right, so let's get started. I have this song I've been working on. I haven't played it for anybody live yet, so you're the first. I'm a little nervous, I have to say. But let's see. So, it's a little attitude. Hold on. These guitars are very sensitive, especially like in the humidity at night. And say if you love somebody, say if you love somebody, let them go. Wait, they say if you love, I'll get it, don't worry. Sorry, I should have practiced it a little more. They say if you loves, let them go, let them be free. But if they come back to you, you know it was meant to be. I just want to capture your heart, I knew it from the start. I don't want to tie you down, I just want you to stick around. So please stay with me for the rest of eternity. Please, please stay with me forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I want you to know you captured my heart, so please stay with.
Wow, that was lovely,
Oh,
Rocco.
thanks.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
What do we owe you?
Well, I usually get about $100 an hour, but I realized I only played one song. But factor in like travel, hostage taking, materials, the CD, and shipping. Let's just call it $125.
You know, fine. That sounds very reasonable. But listen, forget the Apple Pay.
Oh, okay.
There's cash in the drawer
Oh.
over there. Just take it from there, okay?
Over here? Okay.
Okay. And give yourself a $20 tip.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll just take them. Thank you so much. You've been such a great audience. I'd love to stay and chat. I do have another gig on the other side of town, and I need to get there before the sun comes up. Anyway, thank you so much. You've been great. Bye-bye.
Geez, that was, kind of exciting.
Well, I have to admit, I can't wait to get to CD.
Me too, me too.
My fellow bees, today marks another glorious day in the history of our hive. Our honey production is at an all-time high, and I stand here before each and every one of you to commend you for your hard work.
I can't stand it anymore. We work so hard. And what do we get in return? A pittance, that's what. And why does she get all the power?
Yeah, it's time we stand up for our rights. Let's start a protest.
That's great. I already brought signs. Be fair, be fair, be fair.
What
be
is the
fair.
meaning of this interruption?
Your Highness, we've come to address the issue of worker rights in the hive. You've really bumbled things up, starting at the top.
Worker rights? In my hive? Preposterous. The very notion is insulting.
It's not about disrespect, Your Highness. It's about creating a more inclusive political environment where every one of us has a voice in governing the hive.
A voice, you say? Well, aren't we the busy bees with grand aspirations? I suppose you'll be wanting your portion of the royal jelly next.
That's a great idea. Oh, we're adding that to our list of demands. Write that down.
Jelly.
Who's with us?
What do we want?
Fair wages.
Where do we want them?
Now! Excuse me. Get behind you, quick. My fellow Apoidia, lend me your antennae. I stand before you now not simply as a fellow humble laborer, but as an aspiring politician with a vision, a compound vision, of a hive where every bee is equally valued. From each according to their ability, to each according to their needs. This guiding principle allows a society to truly flower. We harvest nectar by the buzzload. We tend to the larvae, mend our great hive, ever expanding it. We do all this, and yet do we share in the rewards equally? No. And here's the real stinger. The honey is hoarded at the top. The jelly forbidden to all but the royalty.
Down with the buzzwajee! No longer will we be oppressed by the unequal distribution of honeys and jellies. United, let us build a hive where the means of production are collectively owned, where the fruits of our labor benefit all, not just the privileged few who live in extravagance. We must unite as a hive and demand our rights. And in this union, guarantee that every bee is treated fairly. Search your dorsal aorta, deep in your thorax. You know I speak the truth.
You'll have to be more specific about your demands.
Okay. We demand shorter work hours, more fair nectar to honey ratios, and a day off every pollen season.
Shorter work hours? Don't you realize we have a hive to run? So many human businesses depend upon our mass production. Bert's bees, Al's backwoods, honeydew donuts, and a day off? What is this? A spa? And you! I suppose you think this insurrection is funny, do you?
Not at all, your worship.
You, drone! You don't need to be bound to your so-called noble duties. Haven't you ever wished to do something other than procreate with the queen, day in and day out.
This worker does not speak for the drones, Your Majesty. We are quite agreeable to the current situation.
Well, good.
Your Highness, we only want to ensure that every insect is treated with the respect they've earned.
I'll never bend to your will. My rule is absolute.
Well, fine. Have it your way, Your Highness. We'll walk. Let's go. Have fun running your hive without 20,000 workers.
Wait, wait! All right. You win. We'll compromise. How about an extra hour of break time during pollen season? And I'll let you sup from the coffers of the royal jelly.
Deal. We appreciate your willingness to negotiate.
Just get back to work. Unbelievable.
Maybe the next brood will be less imaginative.
Yes. Let's work on that, shall we?
Last night, I had the following dream. I am working aboard a Norwegian cruise ship. Apparently, I am Norwegian because people call me Fru Fader 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 Fader. I am working as a waiter stationed next to the swimming pool. And there is one woman nearby, the head of guest services, who has my complete attention. She is so elegant and beautiful and professional. Her name is Zabi Zawawa Zababa Zaha Zababa Zawa. Oh, how I want so much to know her. But she ignores me. Her eyes are fixated on the handsome man behind the table that sells flutterboards and water wings. His name is Thorborg Jordborg George, the Thorborg Jordborg. Oh, how I wish I had a manly name like that. And that I, too, fearlessly sold aquatic-type products to the public. Perhaps then, Zabi Zawawa Zababa Zawawa would forget about Thorborg Jordborg the Thorborg Jordborg and take another look at Fru Fader Fader. He who worships her from maybe 12 feet to her left. But alas, it is not meant to be. I am hopelessly caught in a classic romantic triangle on the good ship wee-dee woo wee-dee woo 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 wee-dee woo wee doo woo. I woke up this morning with a broken heart and sweaty pajamas. But I am determined to learn more Norwegian, and I'm going to start with my first name. So from now on, please call me Steve Keeve Beef Thief Steve Bees Knees Thief Steve Keeve Knees Steve. Thank you.
I find beauty when I stand in front of the ocean on the beach.
And I find beauty when I stand in front of a vista on a mountaintop.
I find beauty when I stand in front of the shelves in the store that hold the frozen breakfast foods.
There's the rolling tide, the surf, and the foam.
There's bacon and eggs and cheese. All rolled into one.
There's the summits and the treetops at 360 degrees.
And there's omelets and burritos that are ready in only 3 minutes. It's just...
There's Mother Nature and her golden sunrises.
There's Mother Nature and her golden sunsets.
There's Jimmy Dean and his golden pancakes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungry. I gotta go.
So am I.
Me too.
Breakfast?
Let's go.
Hello there, it's Wednesday, it's 1:30, and they just had lunch, so I hope you're ready for Kvetch Corner! And now, here are your favorite boobies, Myrna Levinstein and Selma Glick! Ladies? Boy, can you believe sweet Vidalia onions are only 70 cents a pound at Market Basket?
Oh my God, you gotta get down there. What a deal.
Where are you dancing?
Just which one was closer?
Oh, hello. Welcome to Kvetch Corner. I'm Myrna Levinstein.
And I'm Selma Glick.
And this is the show where we talk lifestyle, current events, and gossip that's just amongst our friends.
Yes, we nosh a little, kvetch a little. Come on in, don't be a stranger.
Now, the first thing we're going to do is check in from our naps. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's good to be seen. Now, our first segment is called Current Events. Got any?
Ugh, yes, they have been doing construction on the street for weeks. Ugh, the noise. Even when I turn my hearing aids off, I can feel it. Ugh, it's horrible, terrible. I got the worst headache ever yesterday from it. It started here and came out here. I thought the world was gonna end.
I mean, it's just awful. I mean, how do they expect us to sleep at 2:30?
Ugh, I just wish they'd leave well enough alone. Ugh, it's terrible. When Larry, my late husband, had the jewelry store across the street, it was so busy. Ugh, he worked behind that register for 50 years, never missed a dinner, never missed an anniversary.
He was a good man.
And a good father, and a good grandfather, and not at all judgmental. He didn't mind me working behind the cashier, and he was always inspiring our kids.
Yeah, and my husband existed. Our next segment is called You Didn't Know That?
Yes, this is when we talk about gossip we heard yesterday when our girlfriends came over to play mahjong.
Now, can you believe Arlene's daughter's on her second divorce?
Ugh, I know. No one wants to try at marriage anymore. It's pitiful. Who knows if she'll ever find somebody.
Especially since she filed for bankruptcy.
What?
You didn't know that? Oh my gosh, she was spending money like a Gabor sister, and it finally caught up with her.
Ugh, it's such a shame too. She had such wonderful eyebrows.
Wonderful sky cows.
Wonderful eyebrows.
I don't know about the sky cows.
Wonderful eyebrows. What would I know about sky cows?
What?
Our next segment is called Let's Rank It. This is when we rank different items. Today's topic is candy.
Now that's something to talk about.
Now I say that Werther's Original is tops. Buttery hot candy that melts in your mouth. And somehow, we don't choke on it when we fall asleep. Bet you can't have just one.
Now I will say, Werther's wonderful, but I know something that takes the cake. The cream of the crop. The alpha and the omega. I'm talking Passover candy, aka gourmet fruit slices. Disappointing children for generations. What? You wanted gummy bears? You need to suffer like our people. You're too spoiled.
Exactly. What? They find the afikoman and think they deserve a special little treat? No. You need to learn the struggle, and you can't learn that on your smartphones.
They're what phones?
They're smartphones.
They're fart phones?
They're smartphones.
What?
Anyway, that's been our show. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Selma Glick.
And I'm Myrna Levinstein. And remember,
If you can't kvetch, what's the point? Bye!
Oh, Romeo, what's the occasion?
My dearest, darling Emma, tonight we shall embark upon a journey of love guided by the constellation of our shared destiny.
Cut the crap, James. We need to talk.
What do you mean? What act?
I found this little masterpiece up in the attic. James Ashton, behind the fake smile. Care to explain?
That is just an audition tape for a new reality TV show.
Audition tape, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you were more of a method actor.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, it's
Save it! I know your dirty little secret. You've been pretending to be my husband for 7 years.
I've been playing a character named James on an Allmark series for 7 years. I'm a method actor, and I just wanted to make my portrayal of the character as authentic as possible.
You mean all this time I've been living with a character, not my husband?
Emma, it was just a job. I never meant to hurt you. My real name's Jimuel Tweedlebottom.
Tweedlebottom? I'm Emma Tweedlebottom? A job? You've been lying to me for 7 years. How can I trust anything you say?
Emma, I was just trying to bring home the bacon.
Bacon? James, you've been bringing home fake bacon for 7 years!
Emma, I didn't mean for things to go this far.
So all those romantic gestures? What? The candlelit dinners? The children?
Right. Maybe I did get a bit carried away with the character.
Well, guess what? Method man. I've been documenting our little charade for years.
You've been filming me?
Oh, yes. And I've got enough material to make a blockbuster. Think. Keeping up with the absurd Ashtons. You know, maybe the world needs to see the real you. The Shakespearean actor trapped in a Hallmark world.
You know what? I love it. Let's do it. A new reality show. The Real House Husband of Hollywood.
Wait, what? You're not mad?
Mad? Are you kidding? I've always wanted to be a reality star. Let's roll with it, babe.
Well then, maybe Emma Tweedledum isn't so bad after all.
All right, so that would be a large mocha iced coffee, regular bacon, egg, and cheese on and everything bagel and order of hash browns. Do you want to order a donut in there, lovey? And a donut, yes, let's lock it in, my friend. I love it. Yes, that'll be $13.73 at the window, hun. Oh, you're welcome. God bless you. Pull on up. Mwah. Welcome to Dunks. What can I get started for you, lovey? Large chai latte with oat milk. I love it. Wonderful choice. Anything else, love? 2 egg and cheese wake-up wraps. Is that a little one I hear in the background? Oh, how old are they? Oh, 10 months. Oh, beautiful age. I love it. Oh, I love them that little. I remember when my son was 10 months old. Wish he never grew up. No, he wound up with a lot of problems. Now, see, my ex-husband, Brian, he didn't believe in talking your problems out, so he wound up with a lot of issues. But you know what would work out, honey? A munchkin for the munchkin, only 99 cents. Want to pop that in there? Oh, love it. Let's lock it in, my friend. Okay, so that'll be $7.84 at the window, honey. You're welcome. Mwah, mwah. Welcome to Dunks. What can I get started for you, lovey? Yes, a medium iced coffee, black. Anything else, love? Honey, you sound a little congested. Are you sure you don't want a hot tea? Oh, I'm sorry, hon. I cry all the time when I'm not serving up sweet treats at Dunks. He did what? In a text? Oh, that's poor form. No. Honey, you listen to me. You listen. Are you listening? You are strong and beautiful, and you will get through this all on your own. My ex-husband, Brian, he didn't think that I would make it without him, but boy, did I show him when he wound up behind bars. That's a different story, though. Yeah, I know, honey. You know what you need? You know what you need? I think I know what you need. Know what you need? A free chocolate glazed donut in there with your medium iced coffee. I would have given it to you anyway, lovey. Oh, we're popping it in. Thank you, my friend. Let's lock it in and pull up to the window. It'll be about $3.87. Oh, you're welcome, lovey. Mwah, you'll get through it. What's going on? What kind of show for you? Brian, I didn't know you were out. I don't believe that for a second. You're different, well, I'm different. I'm wiser, smarter, and I'm not gonna put up with your crap ever again. A job grave digging. That has good benefits. Jeez, you'll always be my Supremo Dunkachino too, Bri. Okay. I'll give it another chance if you give something else a chance. The new mini stuffed bagel bites of chai cream cheese. I knew you'd come through, Bri. Let's lock it in, my love. Yeah. That'll be 287, and I'll see you at the window.
Mighty Cthulhu, I summon thee. Present thyself before me and offer me boons beyond my wildest imaginings. Yeah, Cthulhu Vertagen!
Who dare disturbs my slumber? Speak, mortal, or I shall plague your bloodline for 1,000 generations!
It is I, Warlock Zargon. In exchange for my immortal soul, I ask for riches and power.
It can be done.
And for women to find me irresistibly attractive.
Your mortal wishes can be granted.
And for Randy Fallon to be envious of me in every way. I want him to be racked with jealousy at all that I have become and all that I own.
Who is Randy Fallon?
A guy from my neighborhood who used to bully me back in grade school.
Are you quite done with your requests?
Yes, wait. Yes.
Very well. But, be forewarned, the price is greater than you know.
Indeed, which is why I brought my lawyer, Mr. Norton.
What is going on here?
Did you believe my client would make a deal with an ancient cosmic entity without legal representation?
I thought it was a straightforward wealth for soul bargain. The kind I have orchestrated throughout civilization for untold millennia.
It's a new age, Mr. Cthulhu. Mankind is much more savvy these days, not so easily duped. No offense, Mr. Cthulhu, but antediluvian eldritch aberrations have proven to be historically devious. Therefore, I need to ensure that the terms are clear and legally binding for my client.
Oh, bah! You mortals and your legal meticulousness. Very well. Proceed.
May we see the contract?
Yes. Peruse it carefully. There could be unexpected clauses in the text, or Stygian loopholes.
Party of the first part hereby agrees to surrender their soul in perpetuity to the party of the second part in exchange for wealth and power. This all seems fairly straightforward.
Good.
Hold on. This looks fishy. Here, in Clause 6, subsection C, upon receiving wealth and power, the party of the first part shall also provide the party of the second part with a lifetime supply of caviar. Failure to comply with this demand shall thereafter void the terms of the first agreement.
I knew it! Shenanigans!
You'll have to remove the caviar clause.
But those are my terms. The delicacy of the deep is non-negotiable.
Well, I'm afraid it's a deal breaker. You'll have to strike that from the contract.
Fine, fine. I have my own ink. There you go.
And now, you may feel free to sign your soul away without worrying about seafood obligations.
Lo, it is done.
Yes!
Enjoy your material wealth while you can. And our business is hereby concluded.
Ah, yes. Another satisfied client. Now, let's discuss my fee.
Standard social greeting with high level of surprise.
Standard social greeting with mild dismay.
Eager effort to calculate length of time since last interaction.
Half-hearted attempt to do likewise.
Over-animated inquiry regarding well-being.
Non-committal response. Obligatory inquiry to well-being in return.
Well, dramatic vocal inflection indicating that the story that follows will be lengthy.
Slumping posture and acknowledgement of upcoming ordeal.
Begin with unnecessary background information.
Polite head nod.
Include numerous irrelevant details.
Non-genuine smile.
Add meandering social digressions.
Reduced eye contact. Increased fidgeting. Forehead rub.
Complete disregard of body language messages.
Attempt to bring closure to the dialogue.
Total ignorance of social cues.
Dumbfounded at level of obliviousness.
Make lame joke about doing all the talking.
Hold an urge to scream.
Express interest in a future meeting.
The instant lie about overbooked schedule.
Thrilled to learn about new topic. Begin on own extremely busy life.
Pointing at wrist gesture to acknowledge we should move on.
Acknowledgement nod.
Acknowledgement nod.
Step to the side. Small laugh.
Eye roll.
Step to the other side. Oh, loud laugh.
Glare. Step back to the first side.
Guffaw laugh.
Fake left and go right.
Wag finger in appreciation of clever maneuver.
Urge to wag finger in return.
Stroll away.
Fast walk and don't look back.
I went through a spell where I couldn't celebrate holidays like I used to. Yeah, on the spring equinox, I walked out at midnight wearing the grass skirt and the swimming goggles, and I danced with the bunnies under the moon. My heart wasn't in it. And on Arbor Day, I decorated the wheelbarrow with pine cones and sat in it there at the end of the driveway, reciting Itsy Bitsy Spider to everybody who went by. I was just going through the motions. And it got worse. On Flag Day, I did nothing. I couldn't bring myself to put on the pilgrim hat and the elbow-length white gloves and yodel for 20 minutes. It just would have been a holla gesture. Finally, on the summer solstice, I decided to clip on my 3 pairs of suspenders, stuff my cheeks full of cotton balls, and run up and down them stairs in my dress shoes. And you know what? It felt good. That's when I knew I was back. So you watch for me on Lake Erickson Day. I promise I'll be on the celebratory mood. So, think we have everything we need for the trip?
I guess so.
It's hard to know what to bring for 5 days on a cruise.
Correction. It's actually 5 nights and 6 days.
But the 6th day doesn't really count because you're just coming home.
Yeah, but we'll still be on the boat during the 6th day.
Correction, it's a ship, not a boat.
Okay, the vessel. We'll still have time to participate in activities on the vessel during the 6th day.
The activities will consist of packing and settling things up, so that day doesn't count.
Correction, it doesn't take all day to pack. And if we pack the night before, we'll have plenty of time to engage in activities on the last day.
Correction, you can't pack everything at night, so there'll still be some packing to do during the day.
Why are you so fussy about the packing? What is it with you and folding things?
Correction, I'm well organized. You, on the other hand, leave a mess wherever you go.
Correction, I'm spontaneous. I don't need to have everything all neat and tidy in order to enjoy myself.
Oh, really? Who was it on our last trip had you clip and organize all of the discount coupons before we even left the hotel room?
Correction. The coupons were from the discount coupon book, and the guidebook was a list of attractions. That was different. That had to do with finances.
Correction, that had to do with planning every minute of our day just to use all the coupons.
Correction, that was about finding as many attractions as possible and staying within our budget.
Correction, we didn't have a budget. You made one up based on your collection of coupons.
There's no talking to you. You're being ridiculous.
What? You started it, and then as usual, you get all worked up and angry.
Oh, correction, I am not worked up and angry. In fact, unlike you, I am being calm and rational.
Correction, I'm being calm and rational.
Double correction, I'm being calm and rational.
Triple correction, I'm being calm and rational.
Why are you always correcting me? Me,
Not like you.
Yes,
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Oh, God, let's just calm down. I feel like we're stuck in a loop of just correcting each other.
It's almost like a simple conversation brings out this impulse to correct.
Maybe it's just human nature to want to find fault in other humans.
Or maybe we're just making an effort to be accurate, and it's difficult to accept inaccuracies.
Yes, I see it so clearly now. We are truth seekers.
Of course, we are truth seekers. And to think, it was starting to seem like our disagreement was just childish, simple-minded, egotistical nonsense. But now we know that's not the case. What a relief.
Oh, yes.
So, you think we have everything we need for the trip?
I guess so.
It's hard to know what to bring for 5 days on a cruise.
Well, the truth is, it's 5 nights and 6 days.
Crocuses are coming up.
There's small buds on the tree.
The temperature rarely goes below 32 degrees.
The days are a bit longer.
New aromas in the air.
The weather is no longer gray.
There's color here and there.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring!
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring!
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
The sun is getting warmer in the northern hemisphere.
Which means, of course, the equinox is almost really here.
So take your boots and shovels and put them all away.
Then take them out again when we get a big blizzard in May.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring!
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring!
It's gonna be spring.
It's gonna be spring. Goodbye to winter.
2, 3, 4!
In 3 days it's gonna be spring. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.